This will probably be your safest spot to hide. Never mind! How'd you get up there? How'd you get up there? You're not supposed to be able to get up there! That was usually my go-to safe space when I was fighting these guys. Okay, I've been lied to my whole life. What else is new? Back to where we were a moment ago. The final door. Alright. The middle one stays down and we swap out the middle two. Or the far two on the right or whatever. Alright, well, there's technically 4 doors in this area, but the 4th one doesn't really have an objective for us at the moment. It does later, but not right now. Let's continue onwards. Hopefully that'll be the last of our traumatic experiences with the stupid Palace Midas, later renamed Palace Midas. I got that backwards, but I don't care at this point. Hooray for editing! So, going through here, we're gonna have a bunch of spiky spikes. So yeah. Spiky spikes of death and destruction. You might want to be careful with them. So, I can't for the life of me find this walkthrough again, but one thing that I remember when I was a kid was this one walkthrough that was describing what these rooms were like and things like that. It described this one as the spiky room of destruction and death. It said something along those lines. I don't remember the exact wording of it, but I remember 5-year-old me thinking it was like super funny and things like that. And I think that kind of paved the way for the way I describe things in video games like that. Now, this is a bit of a Mandela effect. I'm always certain it's Stella's Tomb Raider site that said that, but no. More than likely, it was actually the GameFAQs walkthrough or something like that, but I can't find it anywhere. So if anybody is able to figure it out who wrote that, please let me know, because this has been bothering me for 20 years. Alright, then we have a save crystal right there. Lord knows we need it, because I don't want to have to deal with those stupid gorillas again. Instead, whee! Speaking of funny things I can't find again, so there's this one conversation on Twitter that I saw a while back talking about the reboot games in the series. One of them was talking about how many spike traps there are in the Tomb Raider reboot. So, one thing that's kind of known about the Tomb Raider reboots is that they have some kind of morbid death animations and things like that. And it seems like a majority of them in Tomb Raider 2013 revolved around Lara falling in spikes and things like that. So there's one person who's like, oh, come on, the original Tomb Raider games didn't have this many spike traps. Why? Like, what's with all the spike traps in this game? This is nothing like a Tomb Raider. And there's one person who replied with a gif of Lara's animation of falling in a spike in this game. And they're like, should we tell them? Again, I can't find it. And it's bothering me that I can't, but say love you. And there's a gorilla right there, and I knew you were there, and you're not popping up, and it was bothering me, and things like that. But now we're going to deal with you, and things like that. Can you imagine being trapped in a room like this, not being able to jump out, and things like that? Like, again, how these animals are staying alive in these rooms, I have no idea. Alrighty then. So I remember this room always gave me some trouble when I was doing a 2-year anniversary Let's Play, because the Palace Midas level in Anniversary has both of the relics in the Greece location. So I remember both times I'd go practice for it to make sure that I knew the route correctly. And the game would save that, and there'd be the game's auto system for saving was really weird. So it would do that, and I would have to go back the long way and things like that, or have like a picture on screen showcasing the thing. So that happened during both Anniversary Let's Plays, and it always drove me crazy. And I kind of had like a bit of a internal joke that if I ever else play 2 Anniversary a third time, that's going to happen again for some reason. But thankfully there's something like that in this game, so we can move on with our life and enjoy the day and eat ice cream. Ice cream is delicious and nutritious, except it's not. Well, it is delicious, but probably not very nutritious. If you want something like that, a frozen yogurt would probably be the better option. So, now we have the 3 lead bars. You might be wondering, what can we possibly do with that? Well, there is that fourth door, but it is useless to us right now, so we don't want to do anything with it. Instead, we want to go back over in this direction and go through the gate that we opened not too long ago in that one large, giant building thingy. Yeah. So I believe it was this way that we wanted to go towards. Indeed it is. Alrighty then. Yeah, there's a girl right there. I'm sorry, but I can't stop thinking about that SpongeBob crowd when there's all like, I'm not terrified of going outside anymore. I'm terrified of gorillas now. Yeah, I watched a lot of SpongeBob episodes, and I think that was one of the more recent ones that I watched, so... Yeah, that might explain my origin story of having Tomb Raider and SpongeBob on my mind all the time. So at least somewhere around here is supposed to be a switch. I might be facing the wrong way. Where is this stupid switch? Alright, I was an idiot. So the switch is actually located off to the right side of this part. So let's scooch on over there and move the switch and there we go. Now we want to move onwards. That activates that gate over there. And we're going to be introduced to something I'm not fond of. Yeah, these things! Aren't they great? Aren't they amazing? Aren't these the bestest thing in the whole Tomb Raider series in the history of anything ever? So, yeah, these are the Chompers, and they are my least favorite trap in the entire game. Especially this one here, because if you're going for 100% completion, this is the first one you're going to come across, and it's combined next to a collapsible tile. I don't like that. Granted, this isn't the first one that's required to come across, but seriously? You got two of them with a collapsible tile in the center of them? And also, is just me or are these not textured properly? The rest of the Chompers in the game don't look like this, so why are these ones all gray and stuff? I don't like it. So, the timing for this is really obnoxious, but if we do this right... We didn't do it right there, but at least we survived. Okay, was there anything else? Yeah, there's a health pack over there. We can use that to get back to normal. So this thing, that's fine and fancy and stuff. Is there anything else here? I think that's everything. Alright, well, we're back over here with these wonderfully untextured Chompers. Now let's heal before we actually do anything, because I would rather still be alive and stuff. Whew! I don't like those things. Their sound effect is so anxiety-inducing. I hate it so much. You can also jump up here. There's another lunchbox you can grab. I'm gonna be honest, I don't actually remember where the other switch is to activate the thing. Please tell me it's up here so we don't have to do a whole lot. Please. Oh, wait, no, this is the way we want to go. Alright. So yeah, this is Midas and stuff like that. And there's a save crystal over there, which I definitely want to use because there's something very noteworthy about this room that I want to demonstrate. So I always find it funny that in this game, they didn't have the entire statue modeled or anything like that. You can only see the arm they broke off and the legs and stuff like that. And I'm really happy that in Tomb Raider Anniversary, they did have the full body statue. But I just think it's funny in this game that it's only the hand and the feet. Because that makes you wonder, did the entire thing collapse onto the rest of the statue? Or what? Because, like, what, was this block over here like a Zelda or something? Like, I don't know. But the big reason why I want to save right there is because of this. I said it in 2 anniversary, and I'll say it again here. I guess that makes Lara Croft a trophy waifu. Get it? Cause she turned into gold, and it's funny. You'll laugh now. I know it's stupid, but that was one of my favorite jokes in that Let's Play and stuff. Alright, well, what we want to actually do, and we're going to speed up this process a little bit because this could take a hot minute, we're going to want to turn the lead bars into gold. Yay! They're all gold now. Woo! So yeah, going back to the Greek story of Midas, it still is one of the most fascinating stories out there in Greek mythology and things like that. And it does get referenced a lot. Like, I know it appeared in one of the Aladdin sequels, and I think I had it in my mind a moment ago, Once Upon a Time. The Once Upon a Time storyline was really cool, though, because in that one, like, the love of the princess's life or whatever turned to gold or something. And there's like the whole quest to save him and stuff like that. The show itself was kind of cheesy and stuff, but that was like one of the more interesting episodes of that show. My favorite episode, though, definitely has to be the Beauty and the Beast parody. Well, not parody, it's more a reference or things like that. But the episode they do for Beauty and the Beast, easily my favorite episode in the entire show. Because it introduces Belle, who's one of the best characters on Once Upon a Time. But just the entire story arc of Rumpelstiltskin in that episode, just dang. Like, that show really did peak in the first season, because the first season is by far, it's just awesome. It's cheesy as heck, yeah, but it's still pretty cool. Seasons 2 and 3, they're still pretty good. Like, they definitely do kind of drop in quality, but they're still really good. And then season 4 on onwards, wasn't very fond of. But now for the last door over here, it's the far left and the far right switches we want to activate. And you want to know something funny? That inner left switch never gets used for any of these doors. So, it makes you wonder if the person who was building this palace, like in real life, if they ever felt bad knowing the fact that the switch that they spent so long that they were building all day doesn't actually do anything. I guess it'd be the same feeling as somebody who would be installing like a traffic switch, because the buttons for the pedestrian walkway don't actually do anything. So the next thing we're going to be demonstrating before we move onwards, there's something up here that's pretty noteworthy. So this is going to require the use of something called the corner bug to demonstrate. I'm terrible at this. I've never been able to do this off successfully. But the basic idea, you want to position Lara in the corner so that her arm is inside the wall. If you do it like this, you can see it's kind of like inching Lara and things like that. If you're able to do it correctly, like, the glitch will happen, but again, I'm awful at this glitch, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it successfully. But we can at least certainly try. Hopefully it'll work. Oh my god, it worked! Oh, it worked! Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, there's a large meta pack up here. I don't know how they expect you to get this on your own without the glitch, but yeah, that is something that you can do that's very noteworthy. You can use that to break the game completely, and the funny thing is, they never fixed this glitch in any of the Tomb Raider games after this. This works up until Tomb Raider Chronicles, you know, the 5th game in the series. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. It worked. I've never been able to get that to work, but we did it. And I'm happy that the first time we did it was in a video that I can preserve for the rest of eternity. Even when I'm dead, that memory will live on in the hearts of people who watch that video. It's going to be glorious. Ooh, oh, that kind of turned dark. So let's move onwards. And over here, a save crystal that we're not going to need. Let's pick up the shotgun shells. Of course, when I say we're not going to need the save crystal, we're probably going to run across the bad guy who's going to destroy us in cold blood. Because they're rude. And If you heard that, that was me face palming myself with the DualShock. Now, on principle, I am still refusing to use that save crystal because we are so close to the end. We don't really need it. I think we'll be fine. Hopefully, maybe, sort of, kind of. Hopefully we'll be okay. Let's jump here instead. Okay, we still took damage, but I'm sure we're fine. We could have also gone off the other side too, but you know what? I don't regret anything. I regret nothing. The only thing that I regret was I only had 2 cheeseburgers today. It was more of a double burger because I stacked them on top of each other. Usually I have 2 burgers. One's like a cheeseburger and the other one is a peanut butter burger. I do want to try other types later down the road. But those are usually my go-to burgers. Because that's basically the only thing that I know how to cook. I could do that, I could do chicken, not much else. And all of that has opened up the doorway. I really like this right here because it's like, hey idiot, there are 3 of these bar thingies and you need them to progress to this area. But guess what? They need to be gold. Nah, loser. But that's going to be it for this episode of Tomb Raider, whatever I called it earlier in this episode. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode. In the next video, we're hopefully not going to take another hour to complete another level. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, Lady Gator to you. Oh yeah.